Yes, lamb chop. So that's all the planets that circle in the sky, part of the solar system. Yeah. Hey, Tubies. It's Psychic Bob. It is so awesome to be with you. Well, I'm here with Lamb Chop, and he was asking me some astrology questions about my pendant. You want to go over there and sit down? I'll explain to him what I was talking about. All right. Go watch the sunset, okay? All right. Lamb Chop says hi to everybody. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. Well, how do you like my outfit? This is my Zodiac shirt. It's all the constellations. It's a star map and it glows at night. And I'm wearing my vintage 1970s Aquarius pendant. How do you like that? It's made of bronze. Oops, let's see if I can take this. It's a bronze pendant. And it's got an Aquarius guy in the front and on the back. It has the planets rotating around the sun. Isn't that cool? The solar system. It's got the glyphs of the Zodiac. Anyways, I love it. Well, I want to say welcome to everybody here tonight. Running a little late tonight. A lot of you have been asking about Baroness Kolobobs, our moderator. She has not been well. I was up with her again last night. Finally, I talked her to going to the hospital today. So right now, she's at the hospital. They're checking her out. They've given her some pain medicine. She's starting to feel a little better. So that's good. And they're just doing some tests. So she's okay. We got her stabilized. The doctor said it's not looking too bad. So that's good. So thank you so much for your concerns and your prayers. And Cola's asked me to tell everybody, if you would, all remember her and send prayers your way. If any of you are healers, we thank you for your support for her. If you want to send some healing to her, it's very much appreciated. So thank you. So yeah, she's going to be all right. We're getting her stable. You know, she's like me. She's stubborn. She won't go to the doctor. I said, just go. And the pain today was so bad. She's like, I think I need a doctor. I'm like, finally. Well, she's going to be all right there. They said it's not as bad as they thought it might be. So that's good. Anyways, I'm just glad you're here. Welcome to Monday. It's our show. Thank you, Stardust. Thank you, Therapist. Yeah. Therapist says, I need that with the scales. You talking about the Libra sign? You need a Libra pen. They make this for Libra also. This is a vintage from the 1970s. If you look up 1970s Libra pendant, you probably could find one. So thank you for your prayers for Cola. I'm losing my voice a little bit. I've been talking so much this last few days. So thank you for your prayers for my voice as well. Well, today is Monday. I want to welcome everybody here. For those of you who don't know me, I shouldn't assume everybody knows me. I'm Bob Hickman, also known as Psychic Bob, and I'm a professional psychic medium and astrologer. And on Monday, we gather to talk about the stars. We want to look at the Zodiac wheel and see what is going on. And we're going to look at that tonight. So I want to welcome you all and say thank you so much for being here. I see we got a lot of people here. There's Alicia Faye is here. Welcome. Sandra O is here, but I call her Sandra D. There's Melinda Tornay. Thank you, Melinda, for your prayers. There's Denise D. There's Flying Light. College, you've got a lot of people. There's Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe. All sort of people here. I saw Robert Stevens. There's Lady Bree, Moondog 45 from Florida. Laura M is here. It's so good to have all of you here. Welcome. Baroness Kolobobs will be watching in the background as she can. So she might pop in tonight and surprise us again. I didn't expect her to be here, but she popped in and said hi. So everybody keep her in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you so much, Denise. You guys are great. Well, I'm so glad you're here. So we're going to talk about today's astrology and what's coming for this week. If you're new here, every Monday we do this. It's actually the smallest show, the lowest rated show of the week. And I really say it's the show that gives you a little help for every day. You know, so if you need a little psychic help and maybe you can't buy a private reading, Astrology shows a great way to connect with Psychic Bob and get some insight for your life. I always like to say astrology is like a little snapshot of what's going on and what's coming, because the stars above us, as you can see by my shirt, they're all in motion and they all have meanings behind them. So we're going to look at that meaning today, and we're going to make sense of the cosmos. One of the things that the scientists and astrologers during the Enlightenment period used to say is they say, we feel that astrology gives us an understanding of the vastness of the cosmos, and that there's actually an order to life, that everything has a meaning and a relation and an order. And I think if you seriously study astrology, it's really true. You discover there is a cosmic order, Well, I'm just so glad you're here. There's Raymond Hampton. Hello, Raymond. Good to see you. So bear with my voice, guys. I'm just a little raspy today. But anyways, I want to start off with what's going on. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I put out 2 astrology videos. I put out 2 videos a day. I put out down in the shorts a little 60-second clip every day, usually before noon, on today's astrology. So I did one earlier, but we'll talk about that again if you didn't see it. And that gives you some insight, a little help every single day. And it's free to watch, So what do we got going on? Well, today we're starting off. By the way, this forecast is for Monday, September the 5th, 2022 through Sunday, September the 11th. So the 5th of September through the 11th, Monday through the Sunday. So I'm just so glad you guys are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, today we are starting off this week. By the way, happy birthday to our Virgo babies. We're in the sign of Virgo. Today our sun is in the sign of Virgo, so happy birthday to all of you. Our moon is in the sign of Capricorn. Okay, that's a wonderful thing. These are both earth signs, so that's starting off our week with a little bit of grounding, a little bit of balance. Virgo is always, like I call it, the mother goddess, the nurturing mother sign. Virgo is just a wonderful sign. My brother's a Virgo. I love Virgo people. And the moon is in Capricorn, which gives you solid grounding, but inspiration. Capricorn's like, let's get things going. So today we're starting off with that energy, and it's a good way to start the week. As I said, both earth signs, balance, nature, focus on business, acquisition, money, all of that's included in that Capricorn. We also have, we started off today, though, with a little bit of challenging aspects. Okay, Sandra O says, I need good grounding. Well, let me tell you, Sandra, why you've been feeling a little off today. Today we started off with our moon square Jupiter and our moon square Mercury. These squares are challenging aspects. When planets are at 90-degree angles, it's like they're facing off with each other. And it creates a sense of imbalance. The moon square Jupiter means that you just feel like you can't get into the day. It's like the things that should be motivating you and moving you forward is just a challenge. Okay? And so I just feel like, this is a challenge day. Our moon is square Mercury, which is similar to Mercury retrograde, which means you're going to feel like you just can't get your message across. You have trouble communicating. It's funny, moon square Mercury, my voice is going out, So, this has been our challenging aspects. However, in about an hour, the sun is going to be trine the moon, which brings balance back to all those square energies. So the sun coming in trines the moon, that lifts that kind of intensity some of you are feeling. And you're going to start to feel, like you're back in balance. So if you've had a day, I've had a little bit of an off day. It's funny, it's my day off, but it's been a challenging day for me too. But in about an hour, our sun will be trine the moon, and that just brings everything back into balance, okay? So I think that we'll get through this. Luckily, those earth energies of the sun and moon today are working ultimately in our favor. Okay. So that's what you need to know. Going into this week, things are coming into balance. The next 2 days, we're going to be in Capricorn. So we've got that stability of earth. And that the Capricorn's interesting because it gives you stability, but it also gives you motivation. So if you're feeling like, gosh, I am totally unmotivated today, it's because of those square aspects. And we're going to pick up the energy, literally starting tonight, So I think that's good to know. Now, we also want to talk about our zodiac signs, all right? So we're going to spin around our big zodiac wheel. I'm going to give my horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs. Now, I have to say here right now, I had some people write me hateful letters the last few weeks saying, you're no astrologer, you steal your horoscopes from magazines and newspapers. Wow, that person was just a hater. I don't know where they get that from. I personally write my own horoscopes. So these are unique to Spirit Channel. I don't take them from any other YouTube channel. I don't take them from magazines or from newspapers. So somebody wrote to me and they're like, you're copying the Vogue magazine horoscopes. I said, Vogue, I don't even read Vogue. Come on. You're like, I need to copy. No, I've been doing astrology since 1978. Yet Sandra says, why are people still? I don't know. People just want to be hateful, But anyways, so I want you to know when you tune in each week, these horoscopes are something I personally create and write from my study of the stars. And you won't get these horoscopes on any other channel because they're unique to me, my interpretation. Sometimes I disagree with what some astrologers will say. I have a different interpretation of alignment. So that brings you a unique perspective, okay? So just hang with us. By the way, I also meant to tell you, you should always bring a pen and notebook to this channel and write down the notes I give you, the insights for your sign, because you'll have a little reading throughout the week to say, oh, he said this and this and this about my sign, and I know what to do. So that way you'll be able to keep track of it, okay? All right. There's Luana C. Hi there. Hi, Luana. Welcome. We're going to do horoscopes now, Luana, so you're just in time. All right. So what do we got? What do we got going on? Okay, well, let's talk about this. Honestly, I got to arrange my desk because I'm going to drop everything here. All right. We still broadcasting? Good. All right. I didn't want to hit my off button. So we're going to start at the top of our wheel at Aries. All right. There's Aries up there. It's our leaping ram. Okay. Aries. What do we got going on? All right. By the way, I'm going to give the birth dates for every sign. So if you don't know what zodiac sign you are, listen, because after I say the sign, I'll give the birth date range. Now, every week I have to say this because somebody writes me in a panic going, I'm upset with you, Psychic Bob. The other astrologer, whoever the other ones, they never tell me, said that I'm a Pisces because my birthday is March 21st. But according to your astrology, I'm an Aries. What am I? Well, you're what we call a cusp baby. That means you're born right on the line, and you actually have a little bit of both sides. Now, every year, the signs go back and forth by a day or two. So one year, Pisces will start, or Aries will start on March 21st, and the next year might start on March 20th. So it'll go back and forth. Just listen to both sides. You'll get a sense of what you are. Another way to deal with that is you can talk to me and buy an astrology chart, and I'll actually pull the actual info and data and put together your astrology, and I'll actually define for you exactly what sign you are, okay? What year you were born, what sign it was in. So anyways, don't worry about it. Just listen to both horoscopes, and then you just figure out which one you want to claim, okay? So there you go, all right? Very good. All right, so what do we got going on? So Aries. All right, you guys listen up. We're going to give horoscopes. Everybody here is going to get a horoscope, so listen up. Aries, March 21st. through April 19th. Aries, this week for you might be a little challenging. People might be testing you, pushing your buttons. Don't respond in anger. Your power right now, Aries, is in self-dignity. Look at who you are. Look at where you've come from. Look at where you're going. If people are not on the same page with you, leave them behind because your dignity should be maintained. Don't try to go backwards, trying to appease people. Don't try to get them up to speed. If they're not already with you this week, Aries, they probably never will be. And I don't say that to be harsh. I just say that to help you understand the energy that's in motion. So Aries, you really want to think about this week, okay? How are you conducting yourself? Are you focused on your mission? Are you focused on your goals? Because that's where your power is. It's maintaining your dignity. Don't get into arguments. Don't get into that, self-doubt. Sometimes people make us doubt ourselves, We get up and say, well, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm no good. Maybe I can't do that job. Don't do that this week, Aries. Aries, it's about maintaining your dignity. It's a really good week for Aries to seek out new job opportunities because you will be able to conduct yourself with such dignity and refinement in the interviews, you will blow them away. So remember that. Your key word is self-dignity. That's hyphenated. So I count hyphenated as one word. There you go. All right, next sign on our wheel is Taurus, and that's April 20th through May 20th. Taurus, this week, it's interesting. I want to encourage Tauruses to look into their family lineage. Tauruses are at a kind of like a crossroad energy this week, where it's kind of like by looking to their history, knowing where they come from, it gives them answers to move forward. So Taurus, this is a really great week to explore your current family's history, but also genealogy, like going back as far as you can. You may find history in your family of somebody that faced a similar challenge. Maybe you're a Taurus and you're a farmer, and you say, gosh, I don't know if my crops are going to make it. I don't know what to do. And you start studying your family genealogy and realize back in 1750, you had a relative, a great-great-great-great-great-grandfather who was a farmer, and he had to deal with the same condition. And he may have documented in the family tree how that he overcame. So this week for you, it's about looking to past history, particularly your own genealogy and family history, to learn lessons from the past and how that is going to help you to move forward, to master your challenges. You see? And I think this is very, very important for Tauruses this week. Look to the past to solve the future. All right. You with me, Tauruses? Yay. All right. Your key word this week, Taurus, is explore. Explore the past. All right. Woo. Once you get into your genealogy, it's amazing. It just will blow you away. Do you know in my genealogy, Nicola did my genealogy. She's an expert at it. And I descend from multiple royal houses. And I have members on my father's side of the high-ranking French court of nobility of the royal court, marquises and counts and barons. And on my mother's side, I descend actually directly from royal houses. Pretty exciting. So Taurus, remember that. You might find some amazing stuff. All right. Our next sign on our wheel is Gemini. Gemini, May 21st through June 20th. Gemini, you are in the mood this week to flirt. Turn on the charm, you're a natural communicator. And Geminis always do great in relationships because they are great communicators and they like to partner with somebody. I always say the Geminis are always seeking out their soulmate because their sign is a sign of dual persons. And sometimes Geminis feel like when they're in the world, they're missing their other half. And if you're a single Gemini this week, Seek out your other half. There's a lot of energy right now for you guys to focus on romance. A lot of that air energy, a lot of that communication energy, a lot of love energy. So turn up the volume on being sexy, feeling good, looking good. You got it. You're going to rock it. Now, if you're a Gemini that's already in a relationship this week, okay? If you're in a relationship, look at your relationship and say, am I loving my partner? Am I unified? Am I giving the best to them? Are they communicating with me? Focus on those relationship energies, Gemini, because whether you're single or whether you're in a committed, stable, loving partnership, it's a week to really turn up the heat and make it really special. So be open to love this week, Gemini. It's working for you. Your key word this week, Gemini, is love. Feel the love, express the love, be in the love current. Whew. Step back. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Cancer. Cancer is June 21st through July 22nd. All right. Cancers this week, it's all about being attuned to your psychic gifts. If you're a Cancer saying, I don't know if I'm psychic, well, guess what? This week you are. There is a lot of alignment right now around Cancer for psychic power, listening to that inner voice, trusting the guidance of spirit. You're going to find that that psychic power puts you at the right place at the right time. And for you Cancers that are working on business deals, trying to get a job, trying to get a promotion, you really got to trust your psychic sense. If you're at work and you get an impression, I better go find that report for my boss. I just have a sense they're going to need it. Go find it, pull it, get it ready. Because as sure as I sit here and say that, your boss will come to your office and say, I have lost this report. Do you know where it is? And when you turn around and say, oh, I pulled it this morning, here it is, your boss is going to be like, whoa, you are on top of it. How'd you know that? See, your psychic power is going to serve you. So you Cancers out there, psychic power is your key to success. If you're going to an interview for a job, Cancer, and you just feel like, I need to say this, even if it's a little off topic, say it, because spirit is prompting you to say something that's going to open the interviewer's eyes and give them unique perspective. And they're like, you know what? I like that Cancer person. I need them in my company. So this week, Cancer, you got to go with your psychic power. It will lead to success. Go with the flow, and spirit will lead you. All right? Blessings to you all. Thank you so much. Can you guys hear me out there? I'm getting a message. My microphone's not broadcasting. Let me know in the chat if you're able to hear me, okay? Thank you so much. Okay. Hold on a second. I've got stuff messing up my screen here. All right, everybody else can hear? Okay, good. All right, thank you. All right, next sign on our wheel is Leo. Leo the lion. Remember that song from the 60s? Ooh, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. A weemba what, a weemba what, a weemba what. Ooh. In the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. Come on, sing with me. In the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. Whoa, whoa, we hum away. At this channel, Psychic Bob is prone to just occasionally spontaneously break into song. Thanks for putting my crazy. It's my day off. I get to be a little crazy today, right? Psychic Bob works all day long, 12 hours a day, doing psychic work. On Monday, I get to goof off a little. I'm drinking my Prince of Wales tea. Hey, there's Gary M there. All right. Enough of my singing. I probably just broke everybody's eardrums. You'll wish my mic was broken now, won't you? All right. So, Leo, what's you got going on? Leo is July 23rd through August 22nd. Leo, this week for you, it's about partnership. You've got Pluto reigning with you this week, and you have got to think in terms of unifying with others. This is not a week, Leo, for you to go out on your own. Now, Leos generally are kind of self-starters and leaders, and sometimes a leader makes you feel like isolated from the world. But this week, Leo, you got to be humble and know when you need help. Ask for partnership, ask for alignment. You're trying to close a big deal, go get help. Ask somebody to be a part of the negotiations. If you're looking for a job, be honest. Try to be partners with your interviewer so that they get the true picture of you. This week, Leo, it's about partnership, aligning with people, getting tasks accomplished. Okay? And that is your key. You see, Leo, if you try to go it alone, you're going to run into problems and you're going to miss an opportunity for power. You know, the stars, as I always say above us, give us power to accomplish things. So if you try to go it on your own, Leo, because you're a natural leader, you'll probably get there. Hi, Crappy Blonde. What is it? We're going to get there. Just hang in there. We haven't got to Libra yet, okay? So we're going through all the signs now. All right. So, Leo, this week you want to take that power from Pluto, use it to empower yourself. Be humble enough to ask for help. And, you know, you might find, Leo, that people come and offer you help. All right. So don't be shy or retiring or not say, I don't need help. Accept any help this week. All right. So your key word, this Leo, is openness. Be open to receiving help. There you go. All right. Oh, by the way, the key word for Cancer this week is flow. Let the psychic power flow. All right. There we go. Leo. Next sign on our wheel, Virgo. Woo, glorified mother goddess. Step back. I told you I'm going to be a little crazy today, so hang with me. All right. Virgo, August 23rd through September 22nd. You know, this week, Virgo, it's fascinating. You are really tuned in on your inner world, your inner nature. You may even feel as if there's illumination from within. You know, when I was in college, we studied philosophy. There's a doctrine called the doctrine of illumination that talks about that within man arises knowledge and light. And this is really your power this week, Virgo. It's almost like I would call it a channeled message, a channeled exploration. All right. So, Virgo, within you, there is illumination, spiritual light. Listen to that, tune into it, feel it, love it, know it. Let that light be your power. Let that light help you. Okay? Because what you're going to find is that you know far more than you realize. And that knowledge is your power this week. All right? So your key word this week, Virgo, is illumination. That means inner light. If you can't remember that big word, just say light inside. All right. There you go, Virgo. Blessings to you. All right. Next sign on our wheels, Libra. September 23rd through October 22nd. All right, Libra. This week, it is time to put on your you know, what do we call it? Your advisor's hat and be very focused. Libra, this week, you're going to find that issues around contracts keep appearing. It's almost like a week of legalese. Libras, you may find that every little thing you do ends up in a contract. Don't let it upset you. It's just a strange pattern that's playing out around Libras right now. So for example, you might be at work, and let's say that you're in charge of ordering office supplies, right? So you find a company, say, oh, we're going to go order our office supplies. And suddenly the company says, well, you can't just place an order. You have to commit to a 6-month contract and only buy from us. You're like, wow, that's strange. So this week, Libra, slow down, look at everything. You don't have to necessarily commit to the contracts, but this is something that may start to come up. Okay? And so I want you to kind of think about this week as in terms of contracts, legal commitments. Again, I'm saying you don't have to commit to anything, but know that people may bring it up and things you're dealing with suddenly get involved in contracts. So Libra, it's kind of a strange horoscope, I know, this week, but it is what it is. I can't make the stars be what they're not. So this week, Libra, think about things in terms of reevaluating stuff. Now, on the positive side, for example, go back and think about your bank accounts. Have you looked at what your interest rate is on your checking account or your CD? Maybe your contract is coming due and you're like, I'm getting paid 1% on this CD, but the bank across town has 2%. So you could move. These contracts can work in your favor too. So think about things that you've got contracts. Maybe you have a service contract on your car, but you're not really using that. Maybe it's time to cut that go and go with a different garage. Maybe it's time to look at a new bank. Maybe you're a consultant and you think, I don't really like this client. It's not working out. Oh, I just looked and I realized the contract ends next week. Well, I don't have to renew that one. I can move on. So let the contract information be a source of power, not a source of depression or anxiety. It's going to work for you. So your key word this week, Libra, is contract. All right. Next on our wheel is Scorpio, October 23rd through November 21st. Scorpios, some of you Scorpios right now might be feeling a little emotionally flat. There's kind of a quiet energy that I've been seeing in the charts around Scorpio, not a lot of planetary action. And so what you want to think about right now, Scorpio, is rediscovering your inspiration. If you're a Scorpio and you feel like, life is blah, nothing's happening, I want you to step back maybe 2 or 3 years, maybe 5 or 10 years, and think about what excited you a few years ago. Maybe a few years ago you thought, I'm going to build my Etsy store. I'm going to make money. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be out there. And somewhere along the way, you just let your Etsy store slide. You never finish selling stuff. You let it close and shutter. Why don't you revisit that and see, can I be excited about that again? What might it look this time to start that business? Maybe when you were younger, you had a hobby. Maybe you loved, for example, doing painting and doing art. Maybe you want to pick that up again. Discovered working with the brushes and the canvas and the paints. And maybe you could turn a hobby into a second career or even a first career. So your power this week, Scorpio, is looking to the past to rediscover your interests, your passions, your talents, and bringing those into your present life. Okay? So I think that's very, very important right now. Okay? I hope that helps you a little bit. All right? There you go. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Sagittarius, November 22nd. Sagittarius, it looks like we're freezing. Sagittarius, November 22nd through December 21st. Sagittarius, you're a little bit like the Leos this week. Be open to receiving help from others. The alignments around Sagittarius this week promote group support. And if you're a Sagittarius and you're feeling alone, like nobody cares, nobody's helping you, let yourself be known to others. Come out of your shell. Be humble enough to say, gee, I'd like some friends to help me. I need some help. Maybe you're a Sagittarius and you have to move house. You're like, well, I don't want to bother my friends. I'll do it all myself. You won't do it all yourself. This week, Sagittarius, you need to draw to yourself, and you have the power to draw group support. Don't feel like you got to walk through anything alone, because you don't. But I know Sagittarius, and they get so excited about stuff that they charge ahead and think they can do it. It's that fire energy. But this week, Sag, a little like the Leos, you got to be open to support. So think in terms of who can help me, you know? And if you look at your life, Sagittarius, there's been a lot of people you've helped. Sagittarius always help people. I don't know. I've always had good experiences with them. So this week, you know, you want to be open to it. Lady Jane says, I asked for the help last week, Bob. Very good. Well, if they didn't answer, ask again, because this week they'll answer. Okay. So keep asking. You're allowed to do it, and it's going to help you. And I'm glad, Lady Jane, you had the good sense to ask. So keep on going. You're going to rock it. All right. Must be a week ahead about me, for me. LOL. Well, you know what? It's not all bad, because sometimes the support doesn't mean that you're necessarily in a crisis. It could be something fun. Maybe you've been thinking, gee, I want to hold a yard sale. That would be fun. And you realize, gosh, there's a lot of stuff to drag this table and stuff out into the yard. Why don't you ask your neighbors and make it a group event and say, let's do a whole street yard so every yard will have a table. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? And turn into a festival. So group support for you Sages can be a fun thing as well. All right, so don't take it as a crisis. Take it as something that can turn into really good stuff too. All right, there you go. Next on our wheel is Capricorn, and that's Cola's sign. Capricorn. December 22nd through January 19th. By the way, thank you for all of your support for Cola. Cola, you should be resting, but I'm touched that you're here tonight. All right. Capricorn, you have to go see and be seen for your success. This week for Capricorns is about emerging from your reclusion, your place of recluse, emerging into the public eye, appearing where you're least expected. Capricorns will find that by letting themselves be seen and heard, they turn things in their favor. So if you're a Capricorn and somebody says, we'd love you to come to our business group luncheon, you're like, well, I don't really know anybody. Go anyways, even if you don't have any friends there. Because since you got invited, once you go, you're going to make new friends and end up with some really great contacts in business and allies. So this week, Capricorn is about going into the world, mixing with others. Even if you don't like them, just go anyways. And it's going to open up doors of opportunity and bring you visibility that you need to succeed. All right? So this week, it's about seeing and being seen, as they say. So be on the scene and be a cool cat. Woo. Step back. So Capricorn, your key word this week is appear. Appear in public, appear at events, be present. We could use the word present as well. But there you go. That's the horoscope for Capricorn. Our next sign on our wheel, spinning around our zodiac wheels, Aquarius. That's Aquarius, January 20th through February 18th. You know, Aquarius, you Aquarians are kind of like me. I'm an Aquarius, so I know what I'm talking about. And I think you'll agree. We have kind of zany, offbeat thoughts. That planet Uranus is our planet. It's interesting because the original planet for Aquarius, a traditional ruling planet, is Saturn. Saturn is the planet that usually puts the brakes of the zodiac on. It stops things up, which is good sometimes. But this week, Aquarius, your traditional ruling planet of Saturn is opening energy for things to flow. You Aquarians will have the greatest success this week by following your free spirit. Don't be rigid with yourself. Don't be rigid with schedules. Don't be rigid with other people. Self-expression and freedom is the key for Aquarius this week. If you're an Aquarius, and you're feeling, I'm going to start writing a book, just go ahead and do it. Don't get all analytical. Just do it. If you're an Aquarius and you feel like I do, showing up and breaking into song in the middle of public, go ahead and try it. The worst you'll get is a few people saying, shut up. So what? You'll have fun. And some people will appreciate it. Step back. Ooh. I might sing a song again before the night's over, if I feel like it. So you Aquarius this week, focus on your inspiration, no matter how zany and insane. Let yourself go with it. Do not limit yourself. Do not put yourself under rigid rules of society. Aquarians are kind of rebels sometimes. They're rule breakers. They're revolutionaries. And Aquarius, this week you can be that Uranian revolutionary. It is your power. And guess what? Not only will you have fun, you may discover something new, but you'll also inspire people around you and raise their mind, their consciousness. So all things in love, don't use your freedom to be hurtful. We're not saying that. But we're saying use it in a way that changes people's perspectives. And if you do that, Aquarius, go rock it. Woo, step back. All right. So focus on freedom, self-expression. And I suppose your key word, if I were to choose one, would be simply freedom. Make freedom the focus. Don't be bound by nobody's rules. There you go, Aquarius. Whoo. Our next sign on our wheel is Pisces. Love my fish, people. Woo, swimming in the ocean. Pisces is February 19th through March 20th. All right. Pisces. Similar to the Aquariuses, you've got a lot of energy right now for self-expression. Most of this for you Pisces is going to be more in the area of artistic expression. So if you're a Pisces, be open to that free-flowing imagery that comes to you. Think about what painting you want to do. Maybe you want to do photography. Maybe your artistic expression is making clothing or costumes or jewelry. This week, Pisces, explore your artistic side, but think of it as well as being a channel of creativity. Some of you Pisces may receive images as like from another time. You might suddenly have images of, for example, this is just an example, of Greek temples. And you're meditating, you're like, why am I in a Greek temple? And seeing people in their robes and the incense rising before the gods. These inspirational images that you're getting, some of them will be from past lives. So pay attention to them, write them down, keep a journal, because that artistic expression is coming from the past. And it's a channeled experience. And take it and turn it into something that will be productive and beautiful and uplifting. So like the Aquariuses before us today, before you Pisces in the sign before, you want to be open to that free-flowing expression. All right? So your key word, Pisces, is, which one did I write down here? Hold on, I just lost it. Artistic. Be open to artistic inspiration. Woo, girl, step back. Do I want to sing another song? We got to do that lion song for the Leos again. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, lion sleeps tonight. In that jungle, that mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Come on, join me. Woo, wah, yum, bum, away. In the village, the peaceful village, lion sleeps tonight. In that village, that peaceful village, lion sleeps tonight. Woo. Feeling it tonight. I don't know what they put in this tea. And I'm not even drinking Earl Grey. Actually, I'm drinking Prince of Wales again tonight. There you go. Liberace says, a wimbo up, a wimbo up, a wimbo up, a wingo up. Ooh, 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 I can't sing, but I had fun trying. I'm following my horoscopes, see? And I'm having a great time, even if I'm making probably most of the audience nauseous. Oh, my goodness, guys. Well, there are your horoscopes for this week, Monday, September the 5th through Sunday, September the 11th. And I hope you guys, and Robin's here. Thank you, Rob. Robin said, that's a good song for me. Thank you, Rob. Robin says, very good, Bob. I'm so glad you enjoyed this tonight. I had a lot of fun. So we got a few minutes yet, and I thought I'd answer if anybody wants to ask an astrology question. I'm not doing psychic readings tonight. It's my day off. But if you want to talk about astrology, I'm up to that because that's my passion, astrology. I mean, I love spiritualism too. They're both my passions. But my mind has to have a break from channeling. But I can talk about astrology. Okay. Anybody got a question? I know I got at least one question. All right. Looks like they're going to put Baroness on a IV. She said they're looking at a drip for her. She had to take some pill and drink some pink liquid, and they're going to put her on an IV. That's good. You're welcome, Luann. I'm glad you're here. I hope you had fun. I don't think you're going to find any other astrologer on YouTube who sings during his horoscopes. So I don't think there's anybody else quite like me on YouTube. You know, I've been on YouTube for going on 15 years now. And when I started, there weren't many psychics. And I was the first one to actually start doing readings, you know. So, anyways, I love doing readings, and I do astrology as well. Tomorrow, we're going to have, just so you know, tomorrow be here 12 o'clock noon Eastern time. Because we're going to do live psychic readings. We call it messages from the spirit world. Okay, Baroness, go get some rest. I'm going to finish up here with everybody. Take some questions. Okay. Thank you so very much. But I would love to answer any astrology questions. If you have them, just take a few minutes. But I don't see any. Maybe nobody has a question. That's a rarity. Nogia says, hi there, loved your singing. Well, you know what? This is how I feel, Nogia. I really think you have to have fun in life. And people think because I'm a psychic, like a lot of psychics on, YouTube, they're all sanctimonious. They think, oh, I'm so important and I have all this knowledge. And I say, get off your high horse. We're all students. We're all learning. It's true, I've been a psychic for 30 years and I am professional and I have a good resume behind me. Someday I'll come on and read my psychic resume. I think you guys might enjoy that. That'd be a good video. I'll tell you my whole history. But I have an impressive resume. So I actually know what I'm doing. I'm not some fly by night. But just because of that, I don't feel I should be sanctimonious. I like to have fun, you know? There's Lady Jane says, teachers learn from the students all the time, Bob. That is true, Lady Jane. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe. Robin Boss says, I can never think of a good question. Nogia says, love and light from Ireland. Am I saying your name right? I can't read. Let me put my glasses. Is it Nogla or Nogia? I can't read. If it's Nogla, forgive me. Love and light from Ireland. I remember seeing you on a program. I've been on a lot of TV shows over the years. I've been in British newspapers, American magazines. I've actually been around. A lot of people don't know who I am because I'm not as known as I used to be. But that's all right. I don't get as much harassment either. Sometimes fame is not always fun. People say, what's it like to be famous? I said, it's fun for about a week. You know, there was a time when I used to have mobs. I couldn't go in public because I would get mobbed. It's not like that as much anymore. But that's all right. I'm cool with that, you know. Thank you, Lady Jane. Lady Jane says, he was in the press here also a bit back. I think it was the Star. Yeah, I was in the London Daily Star. They interviewed me. I've been on that newspaper, in the top papers in Britain. They called me sometimes. And so I've been in there twice, actually. And then I've also been on Larry the Cable Guy show, History Network, Sci-Fi Network. I've been on Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie. I was on his talk show. I've done a lot of things over the years, you know. So, anyways, yeah, it was George Norrie. Yeah, I was on his show. So, yeah, I've been around. Well, guys, if there are no astrology questions, I'm going to just pack it up for tonight and rest my voice. It's been a bit of a long day, you know. Robin Boston says, how do you figure out day-to-day someone's horoscope? That's a complex question, Robin. I probably can't answer that in this thing because it's kind of complex and it deals with my own personal trade secrets as well, how I do that. I have my own unique methodology for astrology like that, and I don't generally reveal it. So I hope you won't be offended. It's just something you need. I'll tell you privately because I know you love astrology, but I'm not going to put that out right now publicly. So anyways, but thank you for that question. Thank you, Baroness, for being here. Everybody give a shout out to Baroness. I can't believe she moderated. She's in the hospital going on an IV drip, and she's worried about the show. I told her, don't worry about it. But look at her. God bless her. Love you, Baroness. Thank you so much, sugar. All right. Anyways, thank you for understanding, Robin. It's kind of like my own unique formula that I kind of created that I think is unique. Why my horoscopes are my style. Anyways. Thank you. Yes, Lady Jane just said a healing heart star. I like that, Lady Jane. I haven't seen that emoji. I'll have to use that. So anyways, guys, thank you for being here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Baroness. She got rid of the trolls. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, for live messages from the spirit world. I look forward to having you here, and we'll take care of your psychic questions then. I'm going to rest. Bless Nicola. Send some healing to my voice. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Hold on, I'm about to drop stuff. So 12 o'clock noon, be here for messages from the spirit world. We'll make it happen. In the meantime, go visit my website, PsychicBob.com. You can register for this Saturday psychic development class or buy a reading over there. PsychicBob.com. I look forward to hearing from all of you. Thank you for being here. Blessings to all of you. Blessings to Lady Cola. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Messages from the spirit world. Good night.